And ironically, he throws fireballs.
Oh my god! Holy crap!
Yeah,
That was
that's how it
unexpected.
goes.
Randall?
Elementalist here. Sasquatch,
Ooh, 2.
armed with a sword twice his height.
And there's 100 of them.
Holy shit!
Impressive.
This is like Dark Souls on crank.
Dark Souls on crank.
That's true. So, do we have like environmental factors going on? What's
So
We should.
We do.
Location first or scenario first?
Location first.
We're going to go with the location. The location
These
is
be the woods.
a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Meh.
And the scenario that affects your arguments.
Being Sasquatch.
The fighters used to date. I have no idea. I think we should just spend the entire 3 minutes talking about how that works.
How that works.
Can we do that?
Good. So we got.
I wouldn't be into that.
We're gonna put 3 minutes on the clock. If I'm correct, it's going to be a hashtag Leprechaun wins or a hashtag Sasquatch wins.
You are correct.
Wow.
Why don't we go ahead and open up the fighting and the voting? So get on Twitter or Twitch and type for who you think will win.
Wow.
Go ahead.
This guy.
How do you spell leprechaun?
They'll be on
That is important. The audience needs to know that.
It's Leprechaun.
One.
There you go.
All right, and we're going.
And we are Superfight.
So if we used to date, then I feel like the 100 of me are all simultaneously sharing the same Sasquatch brain.
That's true.
Because otherwise,
And the same sad Sasquatch broken hearts.
yeah.
100 of them.
We just set it up. We just set up. The leprechaun just came in and wow.
But I feel like that's only going to make them deadlier. They're going to seek solace in physical intimacy with each other. That's not going to go anywhere. They're going to get frustrated, start swinging those swords around.
What do you call? Yeah, what do you call
This is
a Sasquatch?
This is it's a sass pile.
A sass pile.
Yeah.
Squash pile. Squash
We're gonna
pile.
start squiffing.
Whoa.
Wow.
Squirts of places.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, 15 seconds till squiff, right? I mean, that was amazing. The other thing about Sasquatches have an environment. They have a home. They need to hide in the woods. We are in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The Sasquatch's native element has been destroyed. There's no place for him to find solace, to recoup, to regain his energy. Leprechaun, on the other hand, is ready for that shit. Leprechaun magic, all up and down those Sasquatches.
I
You really
feel-
have no chance against that.
So
Wastelands love fireballs.
you know how and I agree the forest is destroyed. That's a given. However, you know how the Indian guy cries when at the litter on the highway.
I do recall.
Keep going.
Yes.
Let's all travel with you.
Yeah. So come with me. Sasquatches, they get physically violent if they're not in tree environments. So it's really he's horned up, broken heart, giant sword.
There's 100 of them.
They're in heat constantly. Little known fact about Sasquatches: constantly in heat. That's why they have to hide in the woods.
This is where our freeze ray comes in, as a matter of fact, because a motionless Sasquatch is not really going to be able to do much damage, and these guys are going to be frozen as solid as is possible.
Right, you're freezing the Sasquatch in front of you, but you don't know about the two Sasquatches from the side.
Are they ninja Sasquatches? How did they get there?
You remember Predator?
You remember Kabuki Theater?
When he gets all like in the cliff and he does this.
I don't think
Imagine
that's a
a
thing
wasteland
Sasquatches
filled
can do.
with Sasquatches.
That's from Rambo.
He also did it in Rambo. He does it in Predator. He holds onto some roots and stuff, and he's like, "Ugh," and then he doesn't kill him.
That's Predator. That's
Yeah.
totally Predator.
Oh, not the Predator.
No, the Predator was just
No, the
hanging out
Predators.
being cool.
Yeah.
No, so again, recap: horny, nowhere to go. You broke their hearts.
Reminds me of something.
Also furry, and therefore highly flammable, which, I mean, for somebody who throws fireballs, is pretty much just setting them up with a bunch
I
of
feel like a
fuel
freeze
to
ray is
burn.
like a two-handed thing. I don't know how you're throwing fireballs and firing free. I'm giving you could
Leprechaun
alternate.
magic. The exact magic of the good people.
The good
The
people.
fair folk.
They're little people. Are they little people? Is that how they prefer?
I'm waiting until you're drinking,
10
which
seconds.
you will be doing because you're a leprechaun, but your tolerance is really low because you're a...
Let's not
you're this
forget about
tall.
the gold pile as well. This guy has enough money in raw gold, which will still have its worth in the post-apocalyptic
You're just
wasteland.
giving the Sasquatch pile
Zero.
motivation.
And this exercise in cryptozoological debate is over.
I'm just excited.
I want them to get back together after
I know.
I
yeah,
agree.
That'd be great.
They got to work stuff out.
Leprechaun just provides
Sam
a
and
lot of
Diane.
love. Now,
Sam and Diane of the post-apocalyptic
We're going to let the two other people at our
wasteland.
table provide their votes. Nicholas, between 100 horned up Sasquatches that are perpetually filled with rage against, and really a pretty all-powerful magical leprechaun with fire and ice.
I gotta go with the Sasquatch. I mean, the sword is twice the Sasquatch's height. The Sasquatch is already like 10 times the leprechaun's height. The sword's going to be cutting through really dozens of leprechauns at a time.
I feel like...
And there's only one leprechaun, which means they've got their dozens of overkill.
Exactly.
I think your logic is mostly infallible. Forest! Between a leprechaun armed with a freeze ray that throws fireballs, defying the laws of God itself, and 100
he just keeps
incredibly hold-up Sasquatches that are wielding swords twice their height.
I think the leprechaun's leprechaun's lucky, and he has fire and ice, so pretty much the Sasquatches are going to have to worry about not hitting each other since they're so many.
We need your help. We need your help really bad now. We need you to vote on Twitch or Twitter to break this tie. It's up to you guys. Right now, Sasquatch seems to be leading the pack, but we'll give everybody an additional, let's say, 20 seconds. Yeah. Should we sing the 20 seconds song?
What's the 20 seconds?
How know how it goes? There's only 20 seconds now. There's only 19. Then there's 18, 17, 16, and maybe 15. Yeah. 14 and 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, then 8, then 7, possibly 6, with a little bit of 5 and some 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you for hopefully getting to type in Sasquatch wins.
I'm so glad he sung that for you.
Gun squatching!
All odds, gun squatching.
What's the percentage?
Hashtag gun squatching, hashtag I win.
It's true.
60% for Sasquatch.
60% of our online votes.
That's fantastic.
Narrow victory.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
This was a fight that needed to be solved.
Not gone in vain.
Right. So we now have to deal out fighters / characters and attributes / traits to Forrest / Nicholas. Ooh, we're gonna deal differently just to mix it up.
I know, right?
He won't be there. He's gonna come down to me and him.
All right.
You guys aren't even gonna be there.
So is Forrest visible? Do we know if we can see Forrest?
You can't see him through the trees.
Whoa!
Wait, I missed that joke. Say it again.
I know. I don't think that's
mind blown.
having the name Hallie. I can't go on with that.
What?
Now we're also going to do scenario and location for this.
Horny Sasquatch.
So keep that in mind as you pick and set
is it Eugene,
aside
Oregon?
fighter and attribute. Both of you must do this before we read them out.
I was going to say it's a Lambert.
How many foot Lamberts?
It's metric Lamberts. That's 100 Sasquatches.
Have we gone off the Queen standard already?
That works. That works.
I thought we were talking about projector lighting. Forrest is ready. Oh, this comes down to Nicholas. Carefully considering. Amazing cards.
Surrender your cards.
Ooh.
Thank you, Zach, the enforcer.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna regret this, but
Ooh, we have a regret pick. We have remorse pick.
You're right.
Your trash talking
Nicholas?
is really bad.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. It's like leaning over. You were so gonna kick the hell out of me. All right.
I have a wizard
Well, good start.
who is just cosplaying and can summon anything from a hardware store.
Ooh.
Whoa!
All right.
I feel like any of us can do that.
Yes.
I have an octopus
An octopus.
that has super speed but can only move when the opponent blinks.
What?
And I'm in a mech.
Holy shit!
An octopus, a mech-bound octopus.
So what we got? We got a wizard.
It's
Is just cosplaying
and we have
and can summon anything from a hardware store against an octopus who has super speed, but can only move when the opponent blinks and is in a mech.
guys, and then we have a location and scenario, which are going to make things very interesting.
Okay.
The location,
Is the Hunger Games.
Oh shit!
the scenario.
Fighters are handcuffed together.
What the hell?
We got an octopus
handcuffed
So you're
you
in the
got an
mech?
octopus and a mech handcuffed to a wizard who's just cosplaying.
Too easy.
You're just fighting over control of
He
the
can
mech.
summon.
You can summon
Well, is he
things.
just cosplaying the summoning
still
of
there.
hardware as well?
That's his.
That's for him
Wizard
to
is
say.
clearly the cosplay.
Okay.
It's a standard cosplay.
How we doing,
Hardware
guys?
cosplay.
Are you ready to argue? What's
His
going on?
Oh,
hardware
we're getting it
summon
set up.
non-magical.
Forrest is eager to
nature.
fight on this
It's a
one.
natural.
He's like a store mascot, the hardware
right.
wizard.
And I think it's the standard 3 minutes.
minutes on the clock. 3 minutes will be the ones that appear.
And he's
Those
finally
3
been
minutes,
given a
I think,
chance
will they
to
count
prove
down per
himself.
second?
In the Hunger Games.
Do they go down towards
Yes.
zero?
They're counted down.
They're counted down. So we have a time that's counted in minutes and seconds.
Yes.
That declines to zero.
Yes. Took a lot of programming.
All right, very good. I think that's enough time.
Oh shit!
Superfight.
Okay,
What the?
I can summon anything from a hardware store. I can get the most expensive, powerful diamond saw, unhandcuff us, cut your mech's legs off. Your super speed doesn't help you because you're inside a mech. And
Wow.
Mech doesn't have super speed. I chop it into
I've
little
never heard of a
pieces
diamond
with
saw in a hardware store.
my
That
adept
sounds
use
like
of
more
tools.
like an industrial store, not a hardware store.
You can buy diamond saw blades at Home Depot.
I don't think so.
All hardware stores have saws. And
You can buy that. I would.
I
I
will
would
have to summon your
all
thing. I'm just
manner
gonna rip your arms off with my mech. Since you're attached to my mech, because I'm inside of the
Too
mech,
fast.
so I can't be. How are you fast? You're just
because I summoned
cosplaying
like a
wizard.
dozen saws and I just put them all
But it
around
doesn't
myself.
matter. By the time you summon them, you're already dead.
But you
Because
don't
the
have
mech
super
just crushes
The
you.
mech doesn't have super speed. You have super speed.
I didn't say the mech
You
had
can bounce
super
around
speed.
inside your
You're
mech
summoning, you're
cockpit.
casting your little spells.
Mech pit is
You
the
gotta
mech
do
pit.
some gestures or something, and meanwhile I'm just crushing you with my mech.
Cosplaying for me, cosplaying is just an advantage because it means that I'm good at using tools.
Nicholas, just buy
I don't even need to use my super speed.
But-
I'm in a giant mech. I just crush you to death before you can summon anything.
Crush. Look, no, that's a very quick crushing.
So yeah, I'm getting help from the audience here that I should tape my eyes open with hardware tape. I can even just get like
Okay,
some
well,
drill.
while you're
I can
summoning
just-
the hardware
I can just get some nail
I'm
guns and
killing
nail
you
my
with-
eyes.
So far,
Wow.
so interestingly enough,
I summon eye drops from the hardware store. It doesn't matter that I can't blink. He can never
I need to vote for
move.
myself. Where's my phone?
I have no idea. No, it's true.
I would vote for myself, but then it's already too easy. So
That wasn't bad.
That was really good.
That was so much better than the start.
That's a much stronger
I'm
trash
going
talk.
to lose to actual trash talk. We're proud
I
of
said
you.
I would
That was
regret,
really
I said
impressive.
I would regret it, and I regret it because of my empathy for other.
Oh,
Okay.
he feels it's
Supporting
Turn
officers.
it around.
All right, now I have to admit that
I
he
don't,
is
I don't
not.
understand how anything from a hardware store is going to defeat my advanced technology mech.
Literally
It's going to
anything.
rip you apart without even breaking a
Literally-
sweat. There's going to be gore all over me, like your
Literally
little
any-
wizard's hats.
Anything you use to build that mech, I have access to, and I can unbuild it just as effectively
So
and
you're
more effectively
also a
because I'm
master
good with tools.
mechanic as well as a cosplayer.
Yeah, I'm a cosplayer. I have to be good at crafty things.
Oh, okay. Well played.
Well,
Little bit of resin,
if it
some
involves making
sequins.
costumes, then sure, but actually defeating an actual mech, I don't think you have those.
People always underestimate cosplayers. I know I make it.
Oh, now he's playing to the internet.
It's true. You.
It's true. But that's part of the game. Part of the game. That's how it works.
You can vote on Twitter and Twitch by going #OctopusWins if you think the octopus
I can build my own mech, by the way.
or #Wizard
Can you
wins.
in time? Can you
Time, as soon as you
While you're
blink,
fighting,
if you
I don't know.
If anything else, as soon as you blink, I would just wrap all my
I'm not
tentacles
going to
around
blink.
your face and just eat your brain. with
I'm
my
going to
teeth.
have my eyes. I'm going to like.
Octopi, they're
Now he's
they're
playing the
masters
internet.
at eating shellfish, so he's just gonna rip apart your head like it's not.
My head's not sh-
This supernatural
My head's not a
mollusk
shellfish,
debate is over. Now we have to go to the rest of the table. We have to ask very carefully. Are we using the internet? Are we letting the internet decide this one, or are we letting the table plus the internet
Let's
decide
do
this
table
one?
plus internet.
Table plus internet.
And then
for
we'll
this
have
one?
the final.
We got to vote final.
The internet.
Final countdown. It's Ken. I mean, this is an octopus. They're very smart. And they're in a mech.
I do respect the noble cosplayer, but a high-speed octopus in a mech presumably designed for octopi, probably to resist the pressures of the deep sea as well. I kind of feel like I've got to give it to octopus. I
Dear
don't really-
heavens. Octopus
You know,
got one vote.
no matter how many wrenches this wizard has, I feel like they're not going to take that
That's a
one.
lot.
Which is a
You
lot.
know it's a
granted.
lot.
Randall.
Yeah, so I'm going wizard.
Oh. Why are you going wizard?
Okay, octopus, they're like this big, right? His mech is like toddler sized.
That's a really good.
Octopus, you could, if
So
he's
normally the
handcuffed to
mech
the
is
octopus,
proportionate
you
to
just
the
do
being
this
inside
like
of it?
3 times and you're done. They don't have a skeletal structure.
I feel like
We
you
have
underestimate octopi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a draw. We have a draw that can only be solved by you and the people who are madly texting in this room. Not the